Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are back with the busy release schedule that is this week, and with a release that I have been tremendously excited for because we checked out their pre-release a little while ago, and now the full release is out. Yes, it is La Poème. We are back with the crossover groups once again, and I am ready to be blown away by the sheer power of their majestic, classically trained operatic vocals. Their title track, "The Fire," and the MV has dropped, as well as an album which I have no idea what it's being classified as because I've got mixed sources. It's being listed as a single on Spotify, even though it's got 5 tracks on it. It's being listed as a mini album on the internet, so I may just refer to it as the EP moving forward. But the Alchemist EP has dropped today, even though it's considered a single on Spotify, which we'll be checking out after this, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested in that. But in the meantime, we have the title track to keep track of. I will be cheating a little bit. I definitely don't have the member listings on the second monitor because I'm trying to learn their names properly. Like, we know Yu Chihun from checking out like OST Saturday and things like that. But essentially, that's like my limitations of who I know about this group. So I'm going to take this release to try and learn the members and learn their music. So, La Poème's The Fire. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the stage that they shot Anchor on. I was about to say, I really like this like tribal feel to it on the drum line. Oh! Oh, this song just switched up in feeling so hard with this. Oh yeah, the tenors are absolutely killing this. But also, I love counter tenors so much. Counter tenors are so cool. What's his name? Sunghoon? Okay. And then the Barry. Minsong? Kihyun and Chaeyoon's got such different vocal colors for being both tenors in the group. I love how they pair together. Oh yeah, the composition of this bridge is very classical. Oh, that was so cool, just have a purely a cappella re-entry. Oh, that is epic. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely epic. And I mean like epic in the musical sense, but also just as oh, I love this. I love this. Crossover groups and crossover music is some of the most fun music for me to listen to, especially because my like musical background is kind of heavily leaning towards classical music. So for reference, when I was in high school in America, I sang in choir. So I sang in chamber choir as well as just men's chorale and in the high school a cappella group. I also played violin in our string orchestra. And so like essentially my like upbringing especially in high school was really around classical music in a way or classically influenced music. So I love stuff like this because it reminds me of a time back in the day when I used to sing stuff like this. Well, admittedly, nowhere near this level, but this type of music, it's just so cinematic. And the MV, too. Admittedly, I have no idea what's going on in the MV, apart from the fact that the four members of La Poem seem to be taking over, like, some. I don't know, maybe it's like taking down a mafia boss or like infiltrating a mafia or whatever it may be the case. It's such an epic song. It's so dramatic. It's so powerful that it's like it pairs so well with kind of like a high intensity scene in the film. And it's not that it's like high intensity as in like lots of action involved because there really isn't. It's high intensity, in fact it's like anticipation of something happening, and the final flourish is when it's the confrontation with the leader of the baddies. And well, I think it's safe to say he's no longer there anymore. But let's talk about the music. I want to talk about how the song progresses. So if we start way from the beginning, the percussion part in the background with the really like heavy, almost kick drum, like almost a war drum type, up until that point sounds so tribal, or like what you'd kind of associate with like war, like ancient war music in a way. It's meant to like rally the troops and to like build up the intensity among the troops and like build morale among the troops. And like the way that they're assembling the members one by one by one, I think it's so cool. And it really does give this song like the dramatic effect with the drums. It just feels like something is building, and then all of a sudden once you get to the bridge, you take away the percussion part altogether, and then you have musical silence, very important, just the singular beat of musical silence. Then you come back in with the whoo, again kind of like treating it like a war chant in a way. And then all of a sudden it goes almost rock type in a way. The beat isn't really rock, but it's kind of got like rock influences to it. Like the rhythm isn't really keeping up with that like traditional like war music type of sound. It's got a little rock flair to it, which I really like because the energy of the song just switches. You have this build up, and all of a sudden all of that built up energy goes into something different. And I think that's why this chorus is really important. And I love that this percussion beat carries over into this little post-chorus motif. Fire burning. And then just really bring it back down. Let the strings take over. And then we're back with the war drums again. Also, all right, what is his name? Choi Sung-un from Daegu. Countertenor? Oh my goodness. Countertenors are so special when it comes to like men's chorale music, especially on an ensemble like this, because their range is stupid. It's so high and it's so cool. It's like tenors can sing high, but countertenors are a different breed. Like we had one countertenor in our entire chamber choir back in high school, and oh my goodness, they were spectacular. It's like allocating the female alto or like mezzo soprano part to a male vocalist within a vocal ensemble. It's special, it's unique, and it's rare. And it's really interesting, like the formation of La Poeme and like the vocalist structure. The fact that you have two tenors, a baritone, and then a countertenor on top when you have no bass. Essentially, the baritone is covering for that bass section, and then it's a really high end loaded group, but it doesn't come across that way, and I think that's super cool. Anyways, we'll keep going. Where's the bridge? Pre-chorus or post-chorus? The fact that you get all the voices together for this bridge, oh, it's so magical. The vocal harmonies, man, the harmonies. Nothing against pop groups, but a lot of pop groups will not go for the harmony route. Crossover groups, harmonies are like their bread and butter. Oh, spectacular stuff. It's such a complex four-part harmony. There's so much going on. That last held note, it sounds really simple because the baritone and the countertenor are singing octaves apart from each other. The two tenors in the middle are filling out that chord, but they're filling it in very, like, interesting notes that wouldn't be found in pop music. But because they're a classically trained crossover group, they can get away with stuff like this, and it sounds so cool and so well executed. And then re-entry, a cappella. And I love that the countertenor has like the freedom to float on this final phrase. And then cut it. Listen. I know I like can talk a lot when it comes to music I really like, but crossover groups just hit different. La Poeme are so good at what they do. And like crossover groups, there aren't that many that get recognition. And among like K-pop circles, the two like main crossover groups that come to my mind that gets traction within the K-pop circles is La Poeme and Four Stella. They're stylistically very different. Having said that, they often get recognition for doing covers of traditional K-pop or just in general Western pop music at like year-end award shows and things like that, or even on their like YouTube channels and things. Some of like their most popular stuff is often covers of K-pop group songs in their iconic style. But their original stuff with their original tone is so magical and it's so special, and I really wish that people, this is kind of like my wish with pretty much any genre of music, is that fans from other areas of the music scene come over and just give them a shot, because like I say this with K bands and K-pop a lot, but there's this inherent gatekeeping thing that goes on within like the genres, and it's really prevalent if you've ever seen like Show Me the Money or even like Great Soul Invasion to an extent. But when you have a mainstream idol come in, they get real hissy about it because it's like, oh, they're bringing their K-popness into our little subgenre. And it's like it's that kind of like clashing that forbids people from like venturing into other genres and subgenres, things like that. And all I wish is that people just give other subgenres a chance and just enjoy, try and experience it for the first time. And you don't have to enjoy everything. Just give them a shot. Give this type of music a shot. And if you like it, oh, you are going to absolutely fall in love with it. I promise you that. But that's it from me today. The album listen is coming very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested. But that's it for this video. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.